Hello guys, my name is Henry and I'm the African community lead at Waves, and also I'm the CEO of Crew Lab. And today, as I promised, I'm going to be making a video on Waves developer portal, which was launched last year. And this is one of my favorite products on Wave that was launched last year. And in this video we are going to be looking at it and as a developer and builder on Waves and how best you can use this tool. First, we have to go to the website, which is dev.waves.tech, and once it's opened up, you can see right on my screen, and the UI is super clean and really amazing. Here is broken majorly into three sections. We look at the ecosystem tools and libraries, also ready solutions and cases like smart contract templates. We will look at lessons, documentations, and support right here also. Then on the other side, we have some metrics that every Waves community member are proud of about Waves. Waves is a project with $265 million market cap, and since the creation, it has processed 137 million plus transactions. That's impressive. And currently, it has an average of 59 seconds block delay. So approximately every 59 seconds, a new block is mined on Waves. So first of all, look at the core infrastructure products that are on Waves, and here we have the Waves Explorer, which you can use to explore transactions, blocks, assets, addresses, and nodes on the blockchain. All right, so we could click it and have a look at the Waves Explorer. You can see this is the Waves Explorer and how it basically looks like. And this is one thing about every product on Waves, it really has clean UI, very, very clean. And here you have blocks, transaction, nodes, and you also have converters. You could also look at here other ecosystem products so that you could navigate to them through this Waves Explorer. And here you could talk to support basically, and here you could choose whichever language is preferred for you. And you can as well choose which network you really want to explore, either the mainnet, the StageNet, or the testnet, or your own custom network. Right? So on this side, you can see latest transactions and you can see latest blocks. That's basically what it is used for. And you can see the average block delay, the time it takes to mine blocks on Waves. And here is a chart of transaction history in the past 20 days and how many generators, which are basically miners, so to say, or validators, on Waves. And this is the current height of the chains, the number of blocks that has been mined on the network, the total transactions, and this is current Waves price and the likes. So this is the first tool we are looking at. And not just that, we also have other tools like the Waves IDE, which is majorly used to develop, to code and deploy your smart contracts on Waves, coded in Write language. Write language is the language that is used for writing smart contracts on Waves. So basically, the Waves IDE is there for you as a developer to write your codes and you can run them. All right. Here you can have a comprehensive list of your write codes. We could create a new one or open the ones you worked on recently. And here you have view. You can run your test. You can deploy, and there are several other tools which are affiliated with writing your smart contract. Okay, and here you have settings. Generally, you could make a lot of changes on your IDE. Maybe you could set custom fees, no time request, and you could change which network, especially if you are coding, let's say you are coding a DApp script, you could set it to testnet so that you wouldn't be spending real money. So we use the testnet for the experimentation, debugging, and the rest of them before moving it over to the mainnet. And here you could add accounts which you can use to deploy the smart contract. There are different ways to add accounts here, basically the seed, the email, or using the Wavekeeper. But for the Wavekeeper, you have to make sure you have the Wavekeeper extension installed on your browser. Like I'm using Chrome and I have it right here. And the other tool look at here, maybe it's not even added here, and is a very, very nice tool basically, is the Waves DApp. So basically, as smart contract developers, Waves DApp actually allows you, it auto generates a UI for your DApp. Okay, now for example, let's get a DApp address and we could look through it. Let's look at DApp address here from Wavescap. Really nice tool also on Waves, and we could see, okay, this is a DApp address, right? We could copy this DApp address, come to Waves DApp and run a scan on it. All right, you see it auto generates a UI. All these are the callable functions on this smart contract. So basically I could interact with this smart contract without the developer creating a UI. So that's basically what the Waves DApp UI is used for. All right, and here also we have development toolkits. This is one of the most interesting thing about Waves. It's really developer friendly. Actually, that's why I came into Waves, because I needed something that was cool and easy for our team to build on. Now, it's basically, these libraries enables you as a Web2 developer with your past experiences and all you know about a language. You could use it to get started on Waves immediately. Either you code in Java, Golang, JavaScript, PHP, Python, Rust, as well as Swift for iOS development. You could use them here on Waves. So you could not just these ones anyway. There are still other tools that you could get to know. All right, we have the Wave Signer, a lot of SDKs and a lot of APIs for you as a developer. And also we have the plugins, because you know this portal is dedicated majorly to developers. Now we have the plugins, the JetBrains plugins that allows you to, you know, add it to your JetBrains editor, your JetBrains IDE editor, sorry, and you could have possibilities like syntax highlighting, and you could code in Write. There's also another plugin for Visual Studio, and also for doing your CLI stuff, you could make use of the softboard. All right, all this makes it very super easy for you to build on Waves. And again, we have here lessons and documentations. Of course, every developer knows the importance of documentation on any platform, because they get you easily started and work without running into mistakes that can basically be avoided. Now, I think this is what a lot of people on the ecosystem do not know, that there's an education sector on this developer portal. A lot of lessons, you know, a lot of lessons and scripts, templates that really makes your learning super easy. Here we have the Waves documentation. For products on Waves, basically, most of them do have their personal documentation. But this covers basically for every protocol tool. You know, here you can read, you can access information about Waves blockchain, and basically they are in different levels. They are beginner content, they are advanced content, all right, and yeah, there are still supplementary contents. And here you could just navigate and pick which kind of content you want to look into. You can look into the ecosystem apps, where to buy Waves, wallets that are on Waves, and you could see the DeFi products there, like the Neutrino for stablecoin, the decentralized network, which is WS.network, Swapfy, which is an exchange, a decentralized exchange, and this is Virus for borrowing and lending, and this is for futures exchange, decentralized on Waves. And you could as well see games and collections like the WavesDog, SignArt, Wavestonk, and several other projects. You can see here, this is Waves Explorer, and this is PyWaves, and this is also another very, very impressive browser. A lot of the community members here make use of it. Now let's go back to this. So that's basically the documentation. It's a bit broad. You could go back and look at advanced content too. Here you can read about Write, the types of scripts that you can write with Write, DApp account, and assets. I'll be making more videos on what these stuffs mean and how best you can use them. Okay, and also you have content to syntax basics about Write, the types, a lot of stuff, everything you could basically need to get started with writing your own smart contract with Write. You can find right here on the Waves documentation page. And here, which I said a lot of people do not know about it, is the education part of things so amazing. There are a lot of contents. We have the introduction, we have lessons here, how Wave works. You see, all these are lessons free that you can learn and get started with. And you can also find about how to install your own node. This is the because nodes are very important entities in every blockchain. Okay, so guys, this is just a quick overview of the Waves developer portal. And if there is anything you would like to know, again, you can drop it on the comment section, as I will be making more videos on how best you can use a lot of tools that I've learned on Waves over the past 3 years. All right, you can find a lot of tools, a lot of learning, and also not just that, there is a dedicated developer community where you can join if you have questions about Waves products, or you encounter issues with building scripts and write your app or node, whatever kind of issue. There's a dedicated developer chat, and I hope to see you in my next video. If you have any question, feel free to ask me in the comment section, and I will be so excited to answer you. Thank you guys. See you next week.